This show is part of the HeadStuff podcast network.
Are you okay?
I was in Marseille.
No! Oh my God!
Very attractive. Very attractive.
Hot and loud.
And a little bit sad.
He was the best guy around.
Oh my, is it hot in here or what?
You're an attractive guy.
It's the fabulous Tony Cantwell.
I'm talking about Shane Daniel Byrne.
That was the sound of my mum going to a festival on her own, camping for 3 days and drinking Rira Lager Shandy, and she had an amazing time.
Oh, yeah?
Not because of the alcohol, but because she was just having a great time on her own, and she said that the Rira was absolutely delicious.
You wouldn't have too much crazy fun in the alcohol because it's only 2.8%.
Yes, but she had a lovely time. She saw lots of great musical artists, and she said she was the coolest person at the festival because the cans are so cool and designed cool.
Yeah, they're totally tropical.
That sounds like a perfect summer. And the perfect summer drink for me is Rira Lager Shandy. Available now in off licenses that sell Rira.
What's the French for no?
I went into a shop, and the guy, I had to buy a bag because I needed to fit all these wine bottles that I bought on holidays. And I went in, it was just one of those tourist shops where I have loads of different types of things. And the guy behind, he was just, you know when we were saying someone's like the king of their domain?
Yes.
Oh, he was like, I brought the bag over and he went, beautiful bag. Oh my God, beautiful bag. And then he was like, where are you from? And I was like, Ireland. And then he looked at me and he went, I love Braveheart.
Yes!
I was just like, I'll take it. I'm going to take it.
I'll take it. Thank you so much.
Sometimes they just say, you go, like this happens in France a lot where you go, I'm from Ireland. Then they go, I love Scotland.
Yeah,
You just go, nice. Thank you. I will take it. I will take it.
I love the Irish fella in Braveheart. Stephen was his name. He was so funny. Sorry, he's sitting here being like, when are they going to stop talking about Braveheart?
I don't know why I was sitting there glumly like that. Don't cough on air. People hate that.
People hate that shit.
The Braveheart is the best. I love it so much. I used to play it as a video game.
What?
Age of Empires.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah,
if you ever
sorry.
played that.
Yes, I have.
You're a wood reader. You are a wood. The Battle of Falkirk.
You
The
could play.
Battle of Falkirk.
You could play as William Wallace.
Brrr.
Little campaign.
I'm not a big gamer, but I am looking for a new game. So if any geeks want to tell me,
Age of Empires.
Are
Play
you
with
looking-
William
is
Wallace.
it a game
Battle
I
of
like?
English.
Is where big open places where you go around for ages, do many side quests. I played
Okay.
Ghost of Tsushima, or whatever it's called.
Have you played that?
Zelda's, Phoenix Rising, those ones. So if anyone knows, or I like shooting, so I liked Last of Us.
Have you played Horizon?
You know what's exciting about Last of Us? Did you play those games?
Yes, I loved them.
Did you play them? No, you don't play
No,
games.
I don't play games.
But you're just sitting patiently while we
I
talk
don't
about
play
it.
games. I
Don't
don't
play
play
games,
games.
mate.
I
babe.
don't play games.
Babes, I don't play games.
I don't play games.
I'm just straight.
I'm a
talking
straight
to you.
shooter. I
I'm a
talk
straight
from the,
shooter.
I talk from the hip.
I talk from
I
the hip.
talk from the hip. I do.
I didn't come
I'm-
here to play games.
I'm not
then
playing
why are you
games.
at this esports tournament, sir? I'm not playing games, mate. I'm not
I'm not
playing
here to make
games.
friends. Right? I'm
Messi
not here to
shows
make
up
friends.
to the World Cup. I'm not here playing games.
Not here playing games,
Messi,
mate.
you're the greatest footballer alive.
Yeah, but now I talk like this, so I'm having a bit of an issue
You
brain-wise.
just need to kick the penalty to put your team to win the World Cup. I'm not playing games.
I'm not playing games anymore, mate.
Anyway, you play
If you
Last of
played
Us.
the second Last of Us, you
Yes.
know everything that's going to happen in the next series or two series
Yes,
of Last of
probably
Us.
so.
And it's
Exciting.
exciting.
It's exciting knowing what's
Even
happening.
knowing what's happening.
And
it's
it turns
still
my stomach a
exciting.
little bit to
Yeah.
relive it
My
because it is
stomach is a
grueling.
bit jittery right now because I took 2 Salpadine on an empty stomach.
I should have been following your menstrual cycle. Sorry about that, Shane. I should have known.
Can we?
How
okay,
guilty did the pharmacist make you feel?
Hold on, we'll talk about her in a minute. But I want to bring up this menstrual thing.
Yes.
A couple of weeks ago,
2 weeks ago, yeah.
you two were very convincing about, like, you're like, did you, do you follow? I was like, yeah, I track your partner's cycle, and
Yeah.
I fully believed that was real.
Yeah, that people do that.
I had
yeah.
no with
Straight boys
full
do it.
open heart. I believe that's
Well,
a
it's
thing
something
men
that
might
I
do.
did a few times, and I have the best intentions of doing.
So hold on,
I got
this
caught
is
off guard.
further. Is it a real thing?
I downloaded an app back when just downloading apps was just a fun thing, a fun hobby, and I was like, oh, I might start tracking,
It's like
Terry's
brushing your
cycle.
teeth. You don't really do it.
Yeah, exactly.
My parents got me a Fitbit one Christmas, and I said it. I was setting it up, and I said that I put in my menstrual cycle,
Oh, that's fun.
and I was like annoying my mum with it. I was like, because it came up, and I was like, "Oh no, Mum, look, my period is due, whatever." And she's
That's funny.
Fuck. She was whatever
Yeah.
annoyed at me. And then I didn't know how to change it for ages, so it kept telling me my period was coming every month. And I actually don't have those organs, so I didn't have one.
Did you start to believe it?
Well,
I wonder if you tracked your mood, would you find some kind of rhythm to
Period,
it, you know?
yeah.
Maybe 28
Maybe.
28 days.
Well, I mean, look at you now. You're on the Solpadeines, but that's because of your back.
yeah, and my period.
Yes, on your period.
I'm menstruating at the moment.
Mm.
It's just, well, I'm trying to keep a track of it because me and Raymond are trying.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Again, I know I do a bit about this, but like when people tell me they're trying, like all I'm seeing is them shagging
But that's
to completion.
when someone tells
Like I'm
me
visualizing
that
it.
they are
I'm like, I'm
pregnant.
trying to be like, oh, cool, man. Yeah, that's great. But all I'm thinking is like shag, 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 not
Yeah.
shag.
I think
Passion.
That is kind of
think
what
of
they're
the-
saying to you.
of the
though.
It is, but they're allowed somehow.
Sorry, yeah.
I think of the cum coming out of the dick.
I think of the
Yeah.
exactly.
I think of
the
cum.
skeet.
And I've never
And I
seen.
don't want to.
Is that what it's called? A skeet? Is that,
Yeah,
is
it's
that
a
a
little-
coming term?
Kind of
I'm
from Brazilian.
sorry now, and I'm sorry. That's terribly vulgar, but
I
I
know.
can't help it. I am who I am. When
We're
someone
having
says
unprotected
we're
sex."
pregnant, we're pregnant,
that's
we're
it.
babies
They're
due in
bragging.
December, I'm like, I picture the man's
Yeah, I know.
bell end
Yeah.
shooting hot cum out
This
of it.
is what I see.
Okay.
That's so. Every person I know who has kids,
Yes.
I've pictured the man's cum.
Yeah.
All right. My parents listen to this like,
You,
Jesus
Tony.
Christ.
Mm. I know.
We're up. You're the shows, and Tony say, Terry's having another baby. I was like, oh my god, congratulations! But I just pictured the bell end shooting hot rods of cum.
Yeah, I know.
Mum, please stop listening.
I know. This is why. This is
Mum,
kind of.
turn it. Mum, turn it off. It's like me. I'm calling my mum. Right?
Skeeting
No, Mum,
ropes.
don't listen to the podcast.
No, I'm stepping up how filthy I'm going to be to try and rid
That's
my
nice.
parents like
I like
rats.
that.
I'm trying to clear them out like when you smoke a rat nest.
I did
so
find
I'm
it
gonna
weird
talk about
after-
as vulgar as possible, and they might just go, "That's disgusting." I'm just picturing them going around in the car. They got the automatic now, Tony.
Oh, that's good.
They just at the end of the day, do you know, it's just at this point, it's
Yeah.
just easier. It's just
Save
easier.
more, you know, because you
They're
can.
all going to be automatic in 10 years. They're all
Using
going to
that
be
clutch
automatic.
can throw your back out, and then where would your dad be for the shagging? Do you know what I mean? How would he be able to access
This
that
is
torque?
backwards now. I'm
How would
trying
he
to-
be able to access that serious torque
I'm trying to
in the
shoo them
bedroom
away from the
with your
podcast. Now
man
you're trying to shoo
if he's
me
throwing
away.
his back out with that clutch.
Pure filth.
I did notice though when I told you that I was that we were expecting that you had a kind of a face. You're like,
That's not true.
you kind of, you know.
I'm sure
I
I,
remember
smiled
you
and
like,
said congratulations and gave you a hug. I'm
No,
sure that's
I remember
actually
because
what
I remember
did.
you told me, and I had to go to the bathroom very quickly for a second. But
Yeah.
But then I came back afterwards. I was
You came
I
back
was
quite
hot and
sweaty.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember coming back and congratulating both of you. I'm just
Yeah.
being really normal.
But you did kind of leave very like.
Yeah, I
you're
left
like,
immediately.
Gotta go.
Yeah, I said, "Oh my god!" And then I left, and I was back in probably 30 seconds. It was quite quick.
Yeah.
And then I was sort of red faced,
Yeah,
sweaty
yeah.
because I was so excited.
So excited. And I really appreciated that. You were probably the most excited.
I love when someone I know is pregnant. I'm obsessed with it. I can't stop looking. Like I don't touch, but I can't stop. Like when I was
Bellies.
at the Pride in the Collins Barracks when Terry was pregnant, she was working at that, and I was working at that, and we were chatting, whatever. And then she was like talking about having to go. I was like, just barge through and say I'm pregnant. Like she needs to go to the toilet or whatever. I was like, you just barge on in there. I was like, use that, and she was like, oh no, it's fine. I was like, do it.
Yeah.
But she was just being a regular person. But I was like, I just think it's so exciting. I love it when someone's pregnant and happens. I'm like, oh my god! I stare at them. I'm like, I cannot.
Did you see when Kate Middleton was pregnant and she was rubbing her belly? Like she was rubbing her. I thought that was so lovely.
Would
Do you remember
she-
that? She was like Kate Middleton. She was rubbing her belly when she was pregnant. I thought that was so lovely. Did you see though, Meghan Markle
Yeah.
when she was
Ugh.
pregnant? She was like rubbing her belly.
Oh, that's too.
I thought it was
ugh.
disgusting. I really.
Let's
did.
talk more about Middleton because that just gets me
I
down.
thought it was
a bit.
disgusting.
Yeah.
But did you see when Kate did it?
Oh my god, it was
Yeah, it was
amazing.
so lovely.
So she's so beautiful.
Yeah, she was. But
She's
just
so-
remember though, Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle.
She was rubbing her back when she was pregnant. Oh, so it's disgusting.
You got to wonder though how strong Meghan Markle is. Is she doing damage to the child? Royal correspondent Chauncey McDougall here, and you just got to wonder what kind of damage could she be doing? You know, she does seem a bit stronger. She is American after all, genetically stronger people, and at the end of the day, you know, why? She could learn a thing or two from Middleton's touch, the softer one.
So gentle, the touch of a woman, the touch of a mother, not like the touch of a disgusting fucking, well, you know.
American.
Sure.
Sure. Do you know what? It is
American.
great when you find out someone's pregnant because you're like, oh my God, you had a great shag. And now you've got a little bonus surprise. It's just kind of a 2 for 2. This is great. We should just be celebrating shags.
How much sex do you have to do?
Um,
Everyone's different, probably.
Totally depends. Totally depends.
But is it like easier?
How strong are the Cantwells?
I'd rather not speculate just because you don't want to have people who are,
Yeah, it's
might be
different
taking
for
longer,
everybody.
might
It's
be
different for
taking.
everybody.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We were quite lucky,
Okay.
or unlucky, depending on how. If you were looking for more shags and you didn't get them, is that unlucky?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we got lucky or unlucky.
And also the quality of the children that you got.
We got some good children.
Good. That's good. Yeah.
I have said that to Terry, like even that if she's ever taken with me or she ever wants to leave me, we just have to look at those kids and be like, look, genetically there's something bigger happening here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This had to happen. The genes. So we're going to have to just tolerate each other because look at those kids.
She's
just
like,
stick
just
it out.
fucking do
Gotta
the
stick it
dishes.
out. Yeah. No. But if we look at genetics for a second, babe.
Just put the fucking bins out.
Would you mind just sweeping up I swept up, but you mind putting the dustpan? I don't know, genetically though, babe.
Genetically, if we look at those
babe.
kids.
Look at that guy's little face.
Look at his little face. Yeah, I'll do that.
I helped make that.
I do think people who want to go child-free should be able to also brag about their, cream pies.
Oh my God. If anyone's parents are listening, they have now tuned out. Tony said cream pies.
No, they should be able to. Anyone should just be able to brag about a shag. That's all. That's all. People
Again,
who are
sorry, because we
expecting
haven't
are
mentioned
doing.
in a while. 2FM, we are available.
We are available, but we just want you to take the recordings of this and then put them out. We don't end anyway. No, you should be able to brag about a shag. I feel like people don't anymore. People did when you were in your 20s. Definitely when you were a teenager, and then people have built up this kind of like prudishness about talking about a good shag or whatever.
Well, I'm still waiting for the right guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Like it's early days with me and Raymond, so
No, it is. It is.
Also,
you want a barista's touch.
If
I'm back to the baristas. I was in there again today.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm so brave.
if hetero couples can go around saying we're trying, and that's basically saying we're shagging.
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys should have a version of that.
We should say like we tried a threesome.
Yeah, you should be
Yeah.
able to go around saying
We're trying
we're doing something else.
sick stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're getting into some weird Japanese tying knots kind of shit.
Shibari.
Shibari. We're getting into
shibari.
shibari.
We're getting a shibarian.
But I only know one knot, and that's a double knot. So we have the scissors at the hand.
Scout's
at the
knot.
ready. Yeah.
Jesus.
We're trying scissoring.
We're trying scissoring at the moment. It's not great because
Not
our
great.
taints are sore.
Quite sore.
It's quite sore. This is very. We
Yeah.
did say that we're just,
I'm not focusing on the podcast because it was something I wanted to say like 10 minutes ago.
Oh my
I don't
God,
know
I
what
think
it
so
was.
too. I can't
I
remember
feel
what
like
it was. I think I just wanted to keep talking about William Wallace, to be honest.
Yeah,
That is probably what you wanted to talk about.
I was like, so, I mean, historically inaccurate, but kind of class.
Yeah.
Interesting you mentioned it because I'm in Scotland right now.
Oh!
Live from Scotland.
It's
It's
every night.
every
with
night.
Shane Daniel
What do you
Byrne.
want us to
at
do?
half
No,
six.
no, I'm doing a joke because I'm not actually. Like we're recording this
No, we
in advance.
pre-recorded this because you've gone to Scotland
Yeah.
to try and convince them to leave the European Union, but they already have. So you want them to leave the UK.
Yeah. You should.
I love when there's Scottish people in the audience at comedy shows in Dublin. Twice I was in the comedy club, the Crackdown, right?
Mhm.
2 separate occasions, they were like, okay, the man is, I'll be from Scotland, you be the host. So,
Okay.
right, ask me where I'm from, mate, and then ask me my name.
How's it going, mate? Where you from?
Are you Damo Clark? Very good. He's
Yeah.
Australian.
That's good.
From Scotland.
Oh, Scotland! Fuck you! What's it like over there?
Ask me my name.
What's your name?
Scott. 2 times
I've seen that.
Oh,
I
a
think it's the same
Scottish
dude.
person called Scott.
That my head would
And that's the
explode.
other day I was like, were you here before? And he's like, no, I was here for the weekend. I was like, how could there be 2? Is it a game they play?
I
when
think
they
it's a
go?
popular name.
Is it a game they play though? I think it might be like, oh, tell them we're called Scott.
But I could do the. So Scott, how'd your parents come up with that one? Big laugh from the audience.
That's good.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
own it then? Do you legally own it?
Own
Is
the
your
land.
sister called Land?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So there you go.
Well, look, if you're a Scot and you're attending comedy clubs, there's an easy joke for you there by sitting in the front row. You'll have a bit of a participation. So, look, more the merrier when it comes to Scots coming to comedy shows,
Yes.
as far as I say. This is a call out.
And if you said he was from Scotland, I'd say, oh, I love Michael Collins.
Yeah, okay.
Call back to but they wouldn't
could do
understand that because
Strongbow,
they weren't
maybe?
in the shop with me at that time.
That's fun.
So it wouldn't work because they wouldn't have the reference.
In Marseille.
Yeah, they weren't at the shop with me in Marseille. The audience weren't.
Do
So-
you love Michael Collins?
as a person?
Just in general.
The film.
No, I suppose the person. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's class.
Great.
Big fun guy. Did some cool
Big mushroom.
stuff. Huh?
Was he a mushroom?
No.
You know that dick be big. Michael Collins.
No, he said fun guy.
Oh. I thought you were talking about his penis.
Was he a fungi?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is going on?
What's happening?
We're talking about history and you're talking about
Everyone
penises.
make eye contact. Like, what's
We haven't
happening?
peeped. That's probably what it is.
We didn't peep.
Okay, let's
I don't know.
peep.
Okay.
Peep, peep, peep.
Wir haben's alle lieb. I
Okay.
made coffee this morning for the three of us. I said, Tony's on the phone. I said, hey, Tony, do you want some coffee? Kind of gestured in that. He leaned over, looked at the coffee, and then he went, nah, I'm good.
I don't know what it was.
What was that about?
I don't know. It looked a bit dark. It looked like a dark, maybe you put too much in. And that's not, I would normally like that, but I have a coffee and I was like, well, will I have that coffee after this coffee?
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, that one, because it looks a bit dark and it looks like you did an extra little hape for yourself there.
I think it tastes pretty good. You should taste it. It's actually pretty good. I diluted it a bit with milk, which I was going to do for you.
Okay.
But,
No, I appreciate that.
Milk.
They only had the cow's milk.
Right.
Would you rather live, what's more important, Michael Collins or coffee?
Right now, coffee. Like, what's Mike Collins doing for me now?
That's
Don't
true.
talk to me until I've had
my
Michael
Michael
Collins in the
Collins.
morning.
Until I watch Michael Collins.
But no, I do think Michael Collins is more important for the proud nation of Ireland.
Sure.
I went off for coffee. You can have mushroom, you can have tea, you can have. There's so much things you can have.
What's sorry with the mushroom drinks? I'm
I had
sorry,
it, it's
but
good.
I
Just
don't.
give you the anxiety.
Yeah, but like that's what. Does it have caffeine in it?
It gives you a bit of a buzz, yeah. But it's also just like the flavor and the.
I'm actually so tired of everyone saying stuff. Like I'm just like, can everyone just shut up for a while?
Are you doing cold therapy at the moment? Any cold plunge therapy at the
No,
moment?
no.
Are you engaging in any kind of
Yeah.
cold
Why don't you get up
therapy,
early?
temperature?
Why don't you get up early in the morning and go do a cold plunge?
I don't even want to give out about the cold plunge, guys.
Oh God, you're really at the level of fatigue with people's
I
bullshit.
just am. Yeah, I've had a bullshit fatigue because I feel like it's like, you know, after the wars in the world wars, they did like Germany were like, oh, we'll do like whatever. This is a real chill place. Do you want
I
to
think
be?
it was a lot of different, you know.
Do you know what I mean? Whichever.
It wasn't just one
Like-
country, but yeah.
Yeah, but like in Germany, they were like, we're real liberal now. And like, oh, if you want to be naked in the park, that's no problem. And like all these kind of things. And then the free love and the 60s and all this kind of stuff as reactions to all the mad things that happened during the war and the trauma suffered by the men who went away and the women left behind. Like, I feel like the world's gone so fucking weird in the last few years. And I'm like, I'm ready for the mad shit to start or stop. If this is the mad shit that everyone's like, get in the cold water in the morning, bro, and be a high performance person. Or drink mushroom coffee. Like, what's everyone talking about?
I
Like,
think people are looking for their own little Bible. I think people are looking for their own, because it's such
I
a
wonder about
pick
the
and-
vacuum left by
Yeah.
the church being such rapists.
Yes, there has
There's
been.
a vacuum left by a spirituality vacuum.
And disillusion with the political system, and no real, no politicians that feel that represent, the public, and
You
then
might say the
no
perfect
religion.
opportunity for a podcast to step in.
Oh.
So that's why, again, the Young Hot Guys course is open to everyone, and it's really, really great. You learn a lot of really good stuff. It's $9.99 a month. We let you put the dot where you want to on that number. It's an open thing. It can either be €9.99 or
Whatever you want.
€99 or €999. It's
That's
you
right.
get to choose where you put the decimal.
You can't put it. It was minimum 2 in, though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
it's
only
minimum 2 in.
minimum
And,
2
But
in.
what's important is the
Yeah.
more you invest, the more you get back.
That's it. Yeah.
You know, and we're trying to really just get guys from the Maynooth area to really change, their mindset. And I think that is achievable. You would be amazed what you can achieve with just paying €999 to the Young Hot Guys every month.
Is
We used to send
Maskell
voice notes
from
to Paul
Maynooth?
Maskell. That's what I was going to
Yes,
say.
yeah.
So we used to send voice notes to him around the time he was doing the kind of sausages ad to kind of give him a bit of a boost. Did it give him a bit of a boost?
Well,
Let you be the judge?
Yeah, and we're not saying we're going to get you on Gladiator. We're not going to say we're going to get you looking there, but we will guarantee that you will get on the next series of Normal People, and we can guarantee you that.
Series 2,
Yeah,
back with a vengeance.
Series 2 is back with a vengeance.
Where all hell has broken loose
Yeah.
across South Dublin, and
Yeah.
Cormac, Connell and Marianne
Yeah.
have to take on.
Connell's back from
A
his
Demogorgon.
J1. He's put on 50 pounds, and he's got an alcohol problem, and you can be him. You can play him.
This is a casting call.
Um,
I do like sequels that completely change what the even genre of the movie was like.
like an example.
Well, I suppose Thor went from this kind of big kind of Shakespearean thing into a bit of a comedy, and that's always nice to see. like there's some sequels that are like essentially just like horror films, you know, like they've just changed that up. But like I'd like to see like a Terminator 2 sequel
Rom-com.
where you have Edward Furlong now, right? Kind of disgraced actor Edward Furlong and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is an old Terminator who has to get is kind of like washed up, kind of fairly not fit Edward Furlong to become like the leader of the resistance. But he's like, nah, man, I just want to smoke weed, man. I think that'd be fun. And just change it completely.
Yeah.
Lean into Arnie's comedy stylings, you know?
Yeah.
So similarly with like Normal People, now it's a zombie apocalypse movie. Do you know what I mean? Can we not just have that as well?
I mean, I guess there's a thing to be said for this is, you know, I like Normal People.
Yes.
So when series 2 comes out, I'm like, okay, well, I know I'm going to like that. And then I go to it and then it's something completely different that I don't like. It feels like that would be...
No, you'd love that, I think.
No, I would. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I have a game for us.
Oh, really?
This is unusual.
This
is a game, right?
But I thought we weren't here to play games.
Famously,
Good comedian work, Killian.
Famously, we're not here to play games. I find on this podcast, because I didn't watch a lot of terrestrial TV growing up, and I didn't watch a lot of RTE. I don't really know who people are. Like, I don't know your Blahines, your, you know, whoever your man.
Which on that one?
Your man.
Blahnids
or whatever. Your man who does the Cork show, you know, whatever. I don't know who any of these people are. And sometimes you guys are talking about
Irish
people.
speakers.
I don't hate Irish speakers. I have
do you feel about
love for anyone with a Fáinne Arrogate or Fáinne Orr.
How do you feel about Maura Duran?
Don't even know who that is.
See?
This is what I'm talking about. So
And she's Dúchasach. She's from the Iron Islands.
good for everyone. But I grew up, I saw American Pie and I was like, I want to live in America, okay? If they're all shagging and fucking pies over there and they're hanging out with Blink-182, that's the life for me. And so I kind of turned my back on Ireland when I was a teenager, right? So I don't have a lot of reference points, and a lot of time you guys are talking about people and I don't know who you're talking about. So I want to turn the tables on you. Okay. And this is a segment that I call, oh my God, how'd you not know who that is, right?
Can I just say, I don't know what you guys are talking about all the time.
Well, then after
so I got to
this,
make my own game.
You can make your own. And at any point, I have 5 people here. I'm going to show you pictures and you have to tell me their name. Okay?
Oh,
These are popular people from
Do we
pop
have
culture.
to buzz in?
You can both say, I want an answer from both of you. You can do 3, 2, 1, and then you can buzz in. You can buzz in.
What
But
the hell?
you just have to be honest about whether you don't know. Okay.
Okay.
And if you like this, then you guys can then do your own version. Okay.
Okay.
We'll start with.
Well, I can't come up with one on the spot.
No, you
Yeah.
won't. We can do this a different week.
I'll just
Okay.
describe the
Surprise.
So I'm
person's
going to show you a
face.
picture. Okay, so this guy, what's his name?
Is it Rey Mysterio?
Rey Mysterio? No.
Is
Oh my
it-
God, how'd you not know who that is?
I know he's
Rowdy
the
Roddy
guy.
Piper?
Rowdy Roddy Piper. Oh my God, how'd you
Can
not know
I
who that is?
describe this person? Rich.
Close?
His whole thing is he's the big rich guy. Rich Steele.
He's a wrestler.
He is a wrestler.
Rick.
Rick?
Rick.
Yeah.
Moranis.
He's I'm the rich. I'm the biggest. I'm
He's the
rich
nature
guy.
boy.
I think you should just tell the answer.
Okay.
It's been too long.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair!
Ric Flair. The nature boy Ric Flair, one of the greatest wrestlers, probably considered in the top
So,
3 wrestlers of all time.
0.5 above. I've seen a great speech he gives. He gives a really good speech when he's in a suit and he's got all these rings on, and he's a great performer.
Yeah. Okay.
Wonderful performer.
Ric Flair.
Ric
Well, I'll be
Flair,
sure
the
to
nature
look
boy
up
Ric
his
Flair.
work.
He goes, woo! That's his catchphrase.
Sorry, I didn't. What was it again?
Woo!
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I can see how that.
Who's that?
Entertaining.
What's their name?
Oh,
That's Krang.
That is Krang. Ding, ding, ding.
okay, but I got a point for Rick. Did I?
You have a 0.5.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
got a full point.
so that's
Krang lives in that. He has that. What you call that thing? That kind of type of body.
Android.
He gets into the stomach of a guy, and Krang is essentially a brain. Which I remember thinking, we're all like Krang, really.
That's true. Wow.
I remember thinking that as a kid. I was like, all we are. Krang is the villain from the top villain from the Teenage Mutant Hero
Ninja
Turtles,
Turtles.
or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, they
They
changed it
changed
to
it
hero here in the EU because they didn't think people would understand what a ninja was.
Yeah, but then the 3 little ninjas came.
Well, hey, you know.
God, I wanted one of those three
Are you
Name-
such a like a
Rocky
little
Tum Tum.
ponderous child?
Scout.
I think often like
It's
you're
great to be curious.
and anecdotes where you as little boy just kind of wondering. I really like that. Imagine
know
if
what
I
if-
walked past, you would sort of be maybe holding the hand of someone who's no longer there, standing
Oh,
at the
yeah.
traffic light, kind of going.
Just thinking, are we all a bit Krang?
You know
We
what
all
one
like
Raymond
Krang.
likes is that there was from junior infants to senior infants, they split one of the classes up and we joined the other classes. So I was in with all these new people who already knew each other. And there was one girl and her name was Saoirse Putt with 2 T's, Putt.
Mm.
And I remember thinking as a kid, remember the process. So what I did in senior infants, I was young starting, so I was probably 5, just turned 5.
Yeah.
And I was like, Saoirse she must put things places. That's just what I thought. And that's why she's called that.
Because it's some Roald Dahl like novel. Like
Don't know, but
her name is
I'm Shane
unfinished
Byrne, but I
sentence.
didn't burn anything.
Mm.
I did touch the iron once as a kid. You know the way you're really, 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 really not supposed to touch the
Yes.
iron?
Yes.
Well, me and my cousin Emma was in my house, and I was like, I'm just like, it was so stupid because I was like,
I got it.
just gotta know.
Yeah.
And I touched it, and oh my god, it burnt my finger. And I was like, I didn't cry. I held it together, and I was like, okay. I was like, sorry, there was a noise in the room. I held it together, and I was like, no, don't. And then Emmett, which I think is really cute, being supportive, was just making up bullshit. And he's like, tomorrow in school, I'll bring in my iron spray, which obviously he just made up.
Oh,
That's
But
cute.
he was like giving me some hope for the future.
Yeah.
That if you can just get through tonight,
Yeah.
tomorrow I'll give you iron spray. Now I don't think
And
I actually
Saoirse
burnt
can
it like
put
a
some
blister.
ointment on it.
That's
Saoirse
nice.
could put something on it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? E.T. also had a little burnt finger. So you're in good company
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
All right,
Trying to
next
make
one.
yourself ET. Okay, next one.
Okay, this one. One of the most iconic video game characters of all time.
No idea.
Don't know.
I'm guessing some sort of maybe is that Zangief?
No, but good guess.
Kinda looks
He's
like
also got a
Zangief.
beard.
So I'm looking at some sort of kind of bear, kind of daddy vibes.
He's got daddy vibes, yeah.
And it's gone completely black, so I'm just kind of
Oh, okay.
describing from memory.
There
but
you are.
he looks kind of Viking-esque.
Well, he is rocking a kind of a Norse vibe at the time.
Angor.
That is Kratos. Kratos, the god of war,
Okay, Kratos.
from the God of War game
What
franchise.
sort of mythology would that be based on?
Well, originally it was Greek, and then
Kratos.
they rebooted the series, and it's in kind of Norse mythology. So he's there fighting Hercules.
So they're mixing their Norse with their Greek.
Not Hercules. He's fighting Thor. And
Oh,
Odin
my
and all
goodness.
that. Yeah, he is.
They'll do anything these days.
That's all Norse to me.
Jeez.
Okay, this guy. Who's that?
Oh, I can't think of his name.
I don't think I know.
He is the arch villain of Wolverine.
No, I don't know. Don't know.
Arch-villain of Wolverine.
Liev Schreiber played him in
Is
the
it a bloody
X-Men movie.
razor? Because that guy needs a shave.
He does. He's got a big hairy back on him.
No, it's Liev Schreiber. I love him.
He played him in the movie.
Ukrainian American actor. Wonderful.
You're vamping quite well, I have to
Yeah, directed a wonderful film. Everything is illuminated.
say. Named
starring,
after a kind of. He's named after a kind of.
Elijah Woods, which is a fantastic based off a film, based off a book.
Liev Schreiber has a
Liev
trans
Schreiber.
daughter now.
And it's a trans daughter, and
Oh, wow.
and he's a wonderful actor. And that film is with Elijah Wood is really a wonderful piece.
You
of
don't
cinema.
know.
It's
I don't know.
Sabretooth. It's
I don't know.
Sabretooth.
Sabretooth.
Sabretooth
Damn it.
is okay.
Can you do that in like when you're playing the weakest link or something like that? Can you just kind of
Vamp for ages.
for
I think the
ages.
whole thing is you don't want to run out the clock. So I think people will be like,
That's a reason.
just skip it or pass.
I like the weakest link because I
Capital
get
of
like
Finland.
every.
Well, I've been to Finland once before. It was wonderful. Like lots of wood there, but of course they chopped out the wood to make these.
We're gonna
wonderful
need an
sawdust
answer.
and they take it there, and then they drive there. And I went there on holidays. I've got a cousin who's Finnish. They don't talk very much, but Helsinki.
Very good. All right, last one. Who's that? He is a Knight of the Realm in the UK
What?
for his contribution to music.
Oh my god. Okay, so something emo.
Emo.
Don't know who that is.
Well, you said contributions to music. I'm imagining.
Okay, well, who would Tony? It's an older man.
This is
with
an old
long
man,
grey
English
man,
looking
hair.
man.
now deceased.
Looks English.
He's now deceased. Who would Tony?
He has a contribution to the greatest band, the most important band of all time.
Is it the fifth Beatle?
Yes, it is the
Pete
fifth
Is that
Beatles.
Brian?
No, but very good guess. That's the name of the old
Is it
drummer.
Brian?
Eno.
No.
No.
Brian.
Baru?
Epstein.
No, that's very good. Brian Epstein was was their manager.
Yeah.
This is their producer.
Oh God.
Killian, will you stop pretending you're going to find the answer?
I do know the answer. I got bloody Epstein.
You did get Epstein.
bloody
It's good.
Epstein.
You
his,
got a
first-
good.
his surname is Epstein.
No, that was the
That
that's
was
the
their
original fifth
manager.
Beatle.
No,
that's
that
the
was
original
it. Well, a
fifth
lot
Beatle.
of
Of course,
people-
he died young.
You
so that
can't.
was-
Don't defend yourself by saying I got a different answer. I said a different person.
That's good.
That's called a wrong answer.
He's the producer of all the Beatles' incredible musical pieces. His
Oh, they're
contribution.
crying out down the things. The name's not coming to me.
Okay, Sir George Martin.
Yeah,
Sir
I
George
would have got
Martin.
it. See, I
And
would've
then
got
he
it.
went on
I
to
would've got
write
it if I
Lord of the
wasn't
Rings.
pressured. Yeah.
And then he went on to write.
Added a couple
Game of-
R's in the middle of his name.
Game
and
of
then he
Thrones.
wrote Lord of the Game
He
of
wrote
Rings.
Lord of the Rings then after that.
Oh,
I
Lord of the-
said Game of the Rings.
Game of the Rings. And that was, oh my God, how do you not know who that is? And I feel superior.
Shane won, I think. Shane
You
won
did.
to 0.5.
Well, I got Crank. Crank
got
is for
Crank.
everyone.
Crank's for everyone.
And yeah, do you not think Crank is sort of like we're all
Crank.
Crank?
We're all crank at the end of the day.
Crank.
Krang.
Krang, just with a G at the end.
Krang.
Can I say this is quite unfair because you were using stuff from your youth and your childhood, and that was a different era for me. So you had a severe advantage,
Well-
which we'll get to. Don't worry. Enjoy your advantage right now.
Well, excuse me.
Because I'm going to do stuff from my era, and I'm going to do the same game. But we'll be like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? And it'll be all fresh, hot stuff about kids who grew up in the late 90s and the early 90s.
Did you watch Ben 10?
No idea what that was. Oh, yeah. He was kind of like a queer icon, was he?
Was he toted?
I think he was kind of like, Ben 10 was kind of like an early wake-up kind of...
Ben 10, of course.
Ben 10,
of course.
yeah, or Ben 10.
I tell you can't move for the gays with watches that turn them into monsters these days. 10 different types of monsters. That's what Ben 10 was, his whole thing.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
sorry.
Kim
Whoa, whoa.
Possible.
Kim Possible?
Yeah, Phil Moore.
Oh, yeah, these would have been all after.
These are just men.
I like Recess.
Yeah, I liked Recess, a bit after my time.
What else?
You shouldn't have watched
Pokemon. We would have had Pokemon. Did you have Pokemon?
Yeah, but I think we had the original series. You'd be probably going into fucking, some mad, Jared region or some bullshit, Give me the original 150 or get the fuck out.
No, it was original 150.
Okay, grand.
Yeah, I had original
So nerdy
150.
today.
It is so nerdy. It was equal parts horny and nerdy. But
I was much more comfortable in the sex space earlier on.
Yeah.
And now the nerd stuff I'm not so comfortable with because I'm such like I'm a legend.
You're cool,
guy,
you're a legend,
badass,
you're with it.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
On the pulse.
Yeah.
yeah, you are finger on the pulse. Well, those are 5 like iconic across all kind of pop culture people. You know what I mean? They're.
I
Like,
think George
they're
Martin is. I just don't know what he looks like.
Well,
and I never knew what he looks like.
glad
That's
you're
like
educated.
if you'd asked, if you told me the name, I would have got it.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll do that next time.
I'm annoyed I didn't get that one.
That's okay. Hey, don't worry about it. But we can
Where does the devil do his dishes?
go on.
Helsinki.
That's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you make that one up?
No, I don't know. Maybe I did. I can't
I
remember.
don't think you did. My cousin Omar made that up.
Of course. Sorry.
I'm too warm, but I'm just wearing a vest.
Ew.
Tony is wearing a vest. There is hair coming from everywhere. There's tattoos.
Oh,
You all right?
yeah, I'm all right.
He took a quick sniff.
I had a quick whiff there.
When we did
Bloody
the
boys.
Young Hot Guys calendar
Can I?
in 2021, you cannot.
Oh,
of
Tony
course not.
stunk.
Of
But
course
just-
not. Of course you may not.
It's a 4-year anniversary.
Today?
3-year anniversary today.
Today's the 3rd
The
anniversary
exact day.
You're joking
I'm pretty
me.
sure it's the exact day
of the Young Hot Guys
Of when we
being
met,
born.
of
properly.
when we met. Yeah.
What?
It is
Of
literally
when we met in that.
in that room. It is I got a notification on my phone.
Wow.
So you think July? What was that? July 2023?
2021.
Or 2023? I just threw out random.
July 2023. Sorry for interrupting, but I think it's literally the anniversary
Wow.
of this.
That's
July
wild.
21. Okay, well I'm going to keep swiping. Anyway, when we went in there, Tony said, I really laughed at this because Tony said, because we're, my various outfits and changing, and Tony said, does anyone have a deodorant? And everyone was like, no, sorry. And Tony went, okay. I thought that was really funny.
What
There's
can
nothing
you
in
do?
my calendar from July 2021. That's weird.
It's almost like you lied.
It is. It's literally. It is. That's when it was.
Yeah, but my calendar's just blank. There's something wrong with it.
We're really outing the date of this podcast.
No, sorry. The first time that we worked professionally together was exactly 3 years ago to this day. I'll go all the way back because it gave me a reminder on my phone. So I'm going to June.
Now, we can't all be on our phones. Come on, this is main feed stuff.
No,
the bonus will tolerate this kind of
Sorry, the
ambling.
bonus get the full shebang.
The
We get
bonus get an experience
Okay,
of
so
like
here
hanging
we
out
are.
with us on a
This is-
couch
This is
while we're like watching ITV or something.
Okay, where the
I'm just
fuck-
going to keep vamping. So I'm wearing a vest
Are you
right
getting on
now.
with vamping?
Here,
It's
okay,
good.
sorry, it's not
Blood doesn't
exactly.
taste very nice,
sorry,
though.
we're
What
okay.
can you
We're
do?
2 days out. Sorry, we're 2 days out.
We're 2 days out.
But here is a photo on Monday, July 19th, 2021. And that is the
Aw.
only evidence I have of that fateful day.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
putting
yeah.
on
You were
With
doing
With
all
Shane
cute.
putting
Putting
on
on
cat
whiskers.
makeup.
Oh, look
Look at my
shit.
hair.
And then Tony is there in the background wearing a wizard's hat. And he's
Yeah.
on his phone, and you can tell he needs deodorant.
Yes. Yeah.
It looks like a man who smells.
But that was 3 years ago to this day.
I thought it was very important to wear a light grey shirt on
Minus
the hottest
two.
day of the year. I thought
Yeah.
that was very important.
It was roasting.
It was roasting.
It was a heat wave.
Mm.
Me and Killian went for a pint after, and some girl arrived and just put 2 pugs in Killian's lap.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you not have those photos? They're legendary.
She just was like, "Hey, I love your Instagram," and then she put them
She
in his
put
lap.
2 of her dogs on my lap, and I was just holding pugs.
Wow.
I have never been happier.
I asked the woman from the bar, I was like, I was like, do you have any sun cream? She's like, yes. And she went to get a sun cream. And she came back and said to Killian, she's like, a big fan, by the way. And Killian said, oh, thanks. Do you know Shane? And she was like, no.
That's great.
No, I don't.
That's so fun. Do you know Shane? No.
It was a power move.
Don't make me
don't
sick.
know him.
Don't wind me up.
So 3 years in, how do you think it's going?
I mean, it's a bit mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit mad that we got on so well.
Yeah.
You know?
Do we need to start planning for our 1 year anniversary show? Like, also, have we done? How many episodes have we done?
No
how
idea.
many? You know, people like go, we got 1 million downloads. How many have we got? I don't even know. I really don't pay attention and be a businessman about this. I need to be a businessman. I need to do business studies module.
Okay, great. I'd love that for you.
I think everything started going downhill when Shane started getting really into the money in the business.
When he got
side of
into the
things.
analytics, that was a bad time for
Yeah,
us.
when he started getting into the analytics,
He
that
was
was when
sitting
things
there in
started
his
going
back cave
downhill.
with, like,
Someone
7
asked me a while
monitors
ago, I was
open,
like,
live
what kind of
updates.
numbers are you getting? And I was like, first of all, none of your business. And then second of all, I don't know. Like, so,
Look, all I know is the street. All I know, if you want to know what's going on in the world, you want to know what's going on in economics, politics, you got to speak to people on the street. And
I
people
keep
are
my
loving
ear
it.
to the ground.
All I
Anthony.
know is Cork Opera House is Olympia 2 nights. That's all I talk. That's how I do my talking.
Hey, that's how.
Is that you fitting in a little plug for our own gig?
Well, yeah, that's the gigs
We've already
we're
done
doing.
that, though, at the top of the...
No, I know, but I'm also just reminding people, especially after all that talk about what was it you said, hot CUM, and then
Hot CUM. I don't think I
that's
said
what you
that.
said that earlier in the show.
I don't think I said those kind of...
And then after that, and then after the nerd talk, if they
Wads
still
of
are
hot
interested,
cum.
yes, when you were
Ropes.
talking about that, and then talking about nerd stuff and William Wallace and just the birth of different types of things that we can talk about, they're probably even more interested, and they're like, I want to get a ticket to a show. Well, there's shows there in 2 counties.
In 2 counties. In the 2 equal capital counties of Ireland.
Well, yeah.
They'd have us believe. Okay, look, I realize I've been talking a lot about my stuff that I like sex and geek culture and Braveheart. So, look, feel free if anyone would like to steer the conversation into one of your passions or interests that we could talk about.
Well, I mean, I have gotten obsessed with golf. But it's
I
the
noticed
most
your
boring
algorithm
thing.
there was very golf heavy.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to improve my swing, so.
It's good. It was a good swing you showed us there last
It's
week.
too boring to talk about. It's the most boring thing ever. It's so boring.
Do you do that thing that if you put and then it narrowly misses the hole that you kind of go a bit of a, oh, and you kind of
I do
swing
move,
down?
Yeah.
I do that sometimes.
Not really. I just, I don't know. I sometimes I whisper, I'm going to fucking kill myself.
Oh.
No, but I'm fine. I'm doing
That's
grand.
good.
My dad likes golf, and you know what really annoys him?
Pitch and putt.
There's a
Sorry.
few things really annoys my dad. One thing he hates, M&Ms.
Really?
In fact, once he said, I abhor M&Ms.
Really?
And he hates them because he hates the ads of the little talking M&Ms.
He hates them.
And I'd agree with him because I hate when we get served the American version of the ads. I'm like, we don't want that. That doesn't work here. I
Yeah,
don't
but then you
like
get
it.
the English version of the ad and it's so sexual.
All the M&M ads are sexual.
Oh. Okay.
There's often sexy things like the woman's having an affair with an M&M. Anyway, he hates them, but he also hated for years when Tiger Woods' father died, and Tiger Woods talked about his father dying for like 3 or 4 years. He'd like win something and be like, I know my father's looking at me. And that really annoyed my dad. He's like, all our fucking fathers died.
Yeah,
It's kind of like, it was like,
But not all our fathers trained us to be
you're against my dad?
absolutely
I'm totally
against your dad. Taking
Like,
totally
it
against
was-
him. His dad gave him his career. He had him from a child,
The golf was hand in hand with his dad.
Yeah.
It was
And
kind
did
of
his
an
dad
activity.
teach him to fuck whatever he wanted?
I mean, you should hope so.
Well, his dad taught
If
him
he was doing
Buddhist
his job
principles.
right.
His dad taught him Buddhism, and it was his mum's side as well. Mainly his mum's side, actually. His
I'm
dad had
against
nothing to do
theism.
with it.
Yeah,
And
I
people
know
think
that's
it's really
theism.
cool to just say, well, obviously Buddhism is shortcut for good. I'm against theism. So I'm actually anti-theist.
I mean,
So I
Buddhism
actually-
is kind of almost anti-theist in its own. Like, is it a religion or not? There's a question there. But I would
yes,
say
it is.
I would say if my dad taught me stand up, and then at a
Was
stand
that
up
every single gig?
every single gig, I would have to say thank you for my dad for teaching this. He died 4 years ago.
Open with that, I think.
One time we were in class, we were reading a poem, famous poem called, I can't remember, Funeral Blue or something like that. And really
Sounds
sad
emo.
poem about death. And I thought my love would last forever. I was wrong. You know this one? I don't know. It's Read in 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Oh, stop
That one. Stop the
all
clock.
clocks.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And someone in class started crying. And he was very sad. And he's like, really upset. And the teacher's like, "Oh my God, I'm really sorry." It's a poem about death. So it's very touching and stuff. And she's like, "Oh, what happened?" And he was like, "Oh, my granddad died." And everyone in the class was like, "Oh." And she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. When did he die?" And he was like, "When I was 6.
What age were you?
We were like 16.
Oh.
And everyone just went, "What?
Oh, yikes.
Get over it?" Just anyway, I know it's sad. It is sad. But
It is
like,
sad.
I mean,
Somebody wouldn't, at my birthday party, we were going to see Casper, the Friendly Ghost film.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
And somebody didn't want to come to that portion of the party because her granny had died. And even as a kid, I was like, they're just, but it's Casper. It's not like, I was like, grow up.
No, I like the drama of it.
Bill
It's like
Pullman's
kind of everyone
wife
look at me.
dies.
She got collected.
Yeah. Oh, she got, okay.
She got collected and didn't come to the cinema.
That's the parents making a decision. That's the parents. I don't think the kid wants to go to cinema and do what all the other kids are doing, I think. I don't know. I don't know what that particular, I don't know what happened, but I would imagine the parents.
I was at a birthday party to see The Mummy, and one of the kids left during the mummification scene. And it is pretty fucking gnarly, you know, when he gets mummified and they dump all the scarabs on the body and he's, you know, has his tongue torn out and you know. But
We've all had those nights.
so we've all had, hey,
I tell
that's
you.
my fucking Sunday.
I
I have to fucking delete
I was
Deliveroo.
brought to the older party and I saw that film and it fucking terrified me.
Yeah.
And I had nightmares about the scarabs. So no, definitely scary. And I
Well-
respect the person who left.
My cousin Omar, his dad is, you know, is from Pakistan and he's bald. And so he's, you know, he's dark and he's bald. And I was a bit scared of the Mummy movie afterwards. And I thought his dad looked exactly like the Mummy. And I was like, ha. And I went to see him and I'd be like, ha ha. I just would look away for a little while. And then I told him, and
You told the dad or
I
Omar?
told Omar, I was like, like him. I'm a bit scared of your dad at the moment, you know. And Omar laughed, and then he told his dad, and his dad came in, you know, and I went to the accent, but you know, his thick Pakistani accent, and he was all like, Omar says you're scared of me. I'm the boogeyman, Tony. I'm going to get you in the night.
Oh.
And I was like, ha ha. Yeah, all right. He was a good
I
relationship.
love that.
Not scared of him now. He was a good relationship.
Were you called Tony as a little kid?
Always Tony, never
Cute.
Anthony.
Cute.
Yeah, yeah.
Cute.
I was only Anthony in my
I'm gonna
first
get you in the night.
in my first year in London. I put everything as Anthony because my dad, his final words for me when I moved to London was like, just let you know, like we have the same name, so like I wouldn't really want to see that name in any kind of bad news. And I was like, all right. I don't think what he was saying is change your name, but I think he was kind of like, you know, live up to the name. And I was like, I'm going to change it a little bit. Go to
You
that.
reinvented yourself.
Kind of wanted to reinvent myself as well. And then when you hear that
English
kind of
people say
Anthony,
Yeah.
it was kind of,
Oh,
I
I'm a
made a huge
Tory
mistake.
now?
I made a huge mistake.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was asked to go on a podcast in London. Is it excessive to go to London just for a podcast and come home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that excessive?
Yeah.
So what, like, do you book some gigs and stay over?
Yeah.
Can be arsed.
What is it? If it's like, you know, the English equivalent of Popcorn Boys or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you just
No, it's a good
Well,
podcast.
It's a good podcast. Okay. Yeah. Well, Popcorn Boys, we need to get back on that. It's been about 7 months. But what is dead may never die.
people love
Um,
that. It's like a finding, like, you know,
yeah.
a little treat.
Well,
I'm still
would
trying-
anyone ever
You should
called
go.
you Anto?
No. If someone tried it once and I was the fucking end of them. No. I think someone at Anto, and I was like, I also don't like that either. I keep thinking I want these kind of things like a nickname or something like that. And then when I actually have it, my whole life is just thinking I want things and then I have it. And I'm like, no, I don't want that. You know, I'm constantly in pursuit. You should go to the podcast though. Are they going to put you up room and board?
No.
Oh. You're going to stay
No,
in an
it's not
18-man
that
hostel?
podcast.
What podcast is it?
Well, I'm not going to talk about it now.
Talk about it.
I can't because I'm going
He's on
to...
the fence about it. He's a bit Humpty with it at the moment.
Oh.
I liked that Humpty Dumpty
We did a
stuff.
Humpty
I liked
Dumpty
it
bit
too.
a while ago.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
good.
good. I
We should
like-
do
actually
more where
like
we
that.
get, popular nursery rhymes and then we...
Yeah, well, that's the beauty of this young hot guys. You can't just make it up. Yeah, you have to just make it up as you go along.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. That's
yeah.
what's beautiful about
There's
this.
3 different nursery rhymes that are in this big book of nursery rhymes that are essentially pussy, oh pussy, I love you. I love to stroke your coat, my pussy. You're a good little And like, it's so funny how that's like a real kind of like the dirtiest, like that's like the horniest word now for vagina. And yeah, I'm reading these to the kids and they have no
Yeah.
idea what. And you hear sometimes like 6-year-old women being like, oh, little pussy. And it's
So you have to read stories every day.
every day.
Right.
Every day.
You read a story every
And if
single
you
day.
didn't,
Every
is it
single
like that?
day.
Is that a practice that, not that it's always obviously good to read to them, but like, does he go like, well, all right, story though?
Yeah,
Let's
well,
go.
every night time. So between the 2 kids, probably reading 3 books a night. like small books, and then I'm probably making up a story every
You
night.
read the full book? They get the full book?
Yeah, but like the pictures are pretty big, and and the font's pretty big, and sometimes the book is like, "What's under the door?" and then you lift up the door, and then it's like a cow. You know what I mean?
Wait, there was a cow under the door.
Yeah. Oh, you got to read this book.
Wait.
I know Shane's doing book recommendations
the
at the
door,
moment.
or what?
Under the door.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's
Is
wild.
there other shit going on in there?
Yeah, like it's like let's this little kid Buster. He's kind of trying to get eggs on the farm.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
What does he do?
He's looking for eggs, right?
Yeah,
sure.
And so he goes
No,
out
I
to
know.
the field, and
Yeah.
I'm like, Buster, like, and then he opens it, and he's like, "Oh dear, it's just you open a cow.
Oh.
Oh dear, no eggs here." And then he goes to the fucking rabbit hutch.
Oh my God.
And he's fucking looking for eggs. It's
Stop.
cool.
You're looking for eggs all the time.
And there's a rabbit. He goes, "Oh dear, no eggs here." Right?
What was under it, sorry?
The rabbit this time. And then he goes to the stable.
fucking
This
magician.
fucking dick,
Of
Buster,
course,
right?
during the stable.
And
What
then
you
there's a
doing?
horse in there. There's like a horse. No eggs here. Oh dear. And then he goes to the chicken coop.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
there's-
where you're going to find
And
it,
then he
right?
opens it and there's a chicken. But no, you lift up the chicken
That's-
and there's
it's under
eggs
the
there.
chicken
It's
coop.
a fucking...
You think it's in the chicken coop, it's actually under the chicken.
like, I was
Busting
laughing
my
at it for a
man.
while, but then it gets to like Dan Brown nail biting shit. You're like, we're actually out of fucking eggs. Do you know
Well,
what I mean? And the
it's
chapters are
a-
short, so
It's an allegory for addiction.
it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
what the Da Vinci Code has always been.
Yeah.
Chicken is addictive.
Yes, chicken is addictive, eggs are addictive, you know. And it's not the eggs that he was really looking for, it was the journey, it was the animals he was meeting along the way.
was the
kind of
journey
that.
along the way.
And if you try hard enough and you pursue, you will find.
And then Buster goes off to the Undying Lands. He says say goodbye to everyone because his kind of quest has been fulfilled. You know,
Yes.
it's quite bleak, kind of. You know,
Yeah, he goes
I mean,
off
it's meant to
to
be
the
good,
Undying
but
Lands.
like whatever, and everyone's quite sad.
Yes.
I watched 3 children's films the other day.
Good on you.
I watched The Lion King.
You said lion weird
You
there.
said lion.
Lion King.
The Lion King.
Lion King. Yes.
The Lion King, yeah.
Allegory for Hamlet or metaphor. What is it?
Like a
Based off.
Yeah.
Based off Hamlet.
I watched that. It's okay.
You fucking joking.
It's kind of brief.
It is a bit brief.
What was the other one I watched?
Did you watch them all in one day?
Do you think
Yeah, I
Simba's
was
hot?
hungover. Maybe like teenage Simba, like or
When he has a little tuft
when
and
he
he's
was
on
still
the
off
log?
with the lads, but he has a mane.
Yeah. Okay. So like, I think he goes to like 3 stages on the log. Would you say like, you've got kid and then kind of a little bit more grown up and then...
I know what you mean.
So he's like
No, the
stage
full
2
mane,
log.
full mane,
Full mane, yeah.
full mane. Oh my god, what was the other one I watched? I watched the Mario Brothers film from 1992.
Oh, wow.
Famously as one, hailed as
Mario Brothers?
one of the worst films
Bob
of all
Hoskins and John Leguizamo play Mario
Yeah.
and Luigi. And
Yeah.
Dennis Hopper plays Bowser.
What?
time. But he's not
Yeah.
even Bowser, he's Koopa, and he's like, it's the stupidest film. Excellent production design.
Yes, it is.
But like really just you took just the idea of a plumber, basically.
You took the idea of dinosaurs, pipes,
And plumber,
eggs,
and everything
and plumber, and
the
jumping.
there's another world and the people in the other world are
sounds great.
humans. Yeah, but
It's worth a watch because you just want to see how people can get IP so wrong and
Okay.
why Nintendo did not go near another movie for
Okay.
another 30 years.
the other
Okay.
one was crap as well. I went to cinema to see that.
Yeah, when I brought the kids to
The
it.
Chris
I heard he
Pratt.
wasn't Italian.
Well, he's a son of Italian immigrants. Mario.
Okay.
He lives in
yeah,
the
but-
Bronx.
It's
Oh,
a
really?
me
Or Brooklyn.
Mario. Like
Yeah,
you could.
that's as far as it goes, really. You know.
I just think.
What was the
Yeah.
third
Shit.
one?
I can't. I'm sorry. I don't know why I brought this up,
Harriet the Spy,
but I did watch another.
That was
kids
Anna's favorite
film.
one.
was it?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, she used to spy on her sister.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
She's a schemer.
She found a book. She literally just spying on her sister. And her sister famously plays guitar. The wonderful musician Vanessa Francis.
sister-in-law reveal.
And
Oh, wow.
and
Mark that one. Sister-in-law reveal. Vanessa Francis.
And then Anna had written Aoife playing Gardar,
Oh, that's cute.
which is Garder, which is how you spell guitar, as a 6-year-old or a 5-year-old or something. even
Older
younger.
sister?
Older sister, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're just following around.
So that's the kind of cool stuff.
Little girls are little creeps. Their older sisters. They're just little fucking weirdos. They're always just following them around, being like, "Oh, what's going on here?" You know. Like boys are just so like I'm just, you know, There is nothing in front of me other than, wanting destruction. You know what I mean? I just need to destroy.
Little girls don't get enough credit for being little freaks.
They don't. This is what
we celebrate little boy freaks so much, but actually little girls are also little freaks.
There needs to be, and like Kate McKinnon is certainly one. There needs to be a handful of like Jim Carrey level goofballs for girls. I feel like they're not allowed to aspire to that, and they are. They're goofy little weirdos, and they're really funny, and they're weird, obsessed kind of fandom that has to be kind of tapered out, and it's a shame. I think there needs to be more kind of like cartoon role models for weird girls. What winds me up, sorry, I didn't mean to get in a soapbox here.
Go on.
All right.
We love it. On.
I hate, and I think I've said this before, I hate that all the books, every crew, like a Paw Patrol crew, Ninjago crew, there's always just a crew, and then Power Rangers will have one or whatever. There's like a token girl. And the girls thing used to be that they're glamorous or beautiful, and then that was kind of ironed out in the 90s. And now it's that they're bossy, and now it's like that they're smart, and like that. These are like the only attributes that you can give a girl. All the other boys are like, he's really into music, he's really smart, he's really brave, I would like. How hard is it to just come up with just have 3 girls in there? Like Bluey is 2 girls, which is quite forward thinking, and they're quite weird and play imagination games. But it just winds me up. It just winds me up that it's like, well, where's the actual role model?
Luna Lovegood, is she kind of a weirdo?
She is, but like
a little too old.
Hermione is smart and bossy.
Potter?
That's the Harry Potter.
That girl's a terrible actress, though.
No,
she is.
We can't.
Do you know her?
Well, I mean, she's so easily could be listening to this. No,
she is. She's a little girl. I'm talking about her being a little girl.
Well, I mean,
Killian, you can't limit ourselves. I'm going out on a limb here. I'm saying,
oh my God,
you're one who was in Harry Potter, the Irish one, bad.
Well,
I don't think so.
Lots of them are bad in that film.
Who's bad?
Who's your man? Who's the Irish kid? Spud fucking Murphy. What's his name? Fucking Spud Diddley McFinnigan. Yeah. Fucking oh Harry. Oh Jesus, Harry! I can't believe you picked up the goblet. Oh begorra.
I'm after invented a new type of petrol bomb.
Yeah, he's not far off.
It is.
Well, who beat fucking Bulgaria in the Quidditch World Cup?
Damn right.
Ole, 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 ole.
I remember reading I did feel great.
Orla from Dairy Girls. She's a good character.
She is a good character.
Good role model character.
She's a good role model.
Really good actress.
And a really good actress.
Good goofball, yeah. That's done well. That's
so
different female personalities.
What are you complaining about? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
right,
more like them. More like them.
More like them.
And for younger people.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Is that have we sorted it out then?
Yeah, that's the feminism sorted.
Okay, so what do we do next? Racism? And then
okay, yeah.
We'll give it a go next. No, I don't think we have enough time. I think we might have to do a whole half episode on that.
I have a quick race thing. Like, I see so much stuff on TikTok. It's occurred to me how much Hollywood projects an image of what African Americans are. Mm-hmm. And I see them on, especially men. So I see them on TikTok and they're like with their little kids and they're being sweet or they're being hassled by their wife and she's like, and they're like, we never see that in American films. Or if they're not, in the projects or in the ghettos and slums or prison or and involved in crime, they're always like, it has to be like they're uber successful. Honey, I'm the CEO of my own company.
Yeah.
Even though we're black. That's the kind of always the tone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like, if you look at them, I am amazed at how TikTok has shown me the real reality and how much of a veil has been in front of my eyes for years because of Hollywood.
Well, Hollywood is still just it's still white cinema. That's why people like Tyler Perry can still take off, because not to say Medea is accurately portraying, African American families or whatever, but there's definitely African American elements that are not being shown. And I actually thought the recent Beverly Hills Cop was quite good for being. It was just very.
There was a new Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, it's great.
A new movie. I don't even know that. Even Judge Ryan was back in it.
It just came out last week. It's on Netflix.
Why is it not in my local cinema? Because I only really go to that one because I pay a membership subscription, so I haven't seen it there though. Oh my God,
it's great.
Well, I've got to go see that. That'll be great.
And I did.
But
think
the Bad Boys 2 was also good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
What's Eddie Murphy been doing?
I can't remember.
Eddie Murphy was like the big star, and then he was in the Shreks, but nothing else really. Has he been doing? What's he been doing?
Well, he had Dreamgirls, which he was close to winning an Oscar, but then his whole affair with Mel B kind of soured his public image.
What was his affair with Mel B?
He disowned the kid,
right,
and didn't want to accept that he was the father of the child, even though she was very clearly saying he was, and everyone kind of believed he was. So he had an Oscar run there, and then he took a bit of a break, and then he's kind of just been doing Netflix things. Like he had that Dolomite Is My Name, I think, that movie, which people seem to think he was really good at. Okay. He's had a couple of just Netflix things, and this Beverly Hills Cop. He's great in it. He is bottled charm. He is unbelievable in it. And it's a great 80s movie in that it's like, it has all the 80s soundtrack elements, but it also just will have like 80s needle drops of like, Pointer Sisters, playing, the Neutron dance, dun, 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 dun.
Such a film podcast now.
Okay,
Yeah.
it is.
No, I was complaining. I wasn't attacking.
But it's what's great
talked
about
about
it.
3 films.
But
I am the one who I haven't talked about a single film.
you're doing very well.
Yeah. For the person who's professes to be, I studied in film school. But then you say Dennis Hopper earlier, and I'm thinking of, Wim Wenders' Der Amerikanische Freund, which is his 1970s film about, basically an American who's in Hamburg, and there's a whole crime situation, and then he gets this local framer, this man who frames pictures, and there's a lot of mention of the Beatles, because obviously Hamburg is actually where the Beatles sort of originated, where they started.
Well, there.
So that kind of thing.
What about
that kind of thing.
when I was telling Terry about the game that I was going to bring in, how'd you not know who that is?
Yeah.
I was thinking, and I want to let the lads do one as well. And I guarantee you, your one will be 5 people that not only have we never heard of, no one has ever heard of. And I was like, I can see Killian just having a picture of some like Bavarian guy with a fucking banana on his head being like, how do you not know Silly Philip? Everybody knows Silly Philip. He is he's global. So I am excited to see who you bring to the table for.
You know that game where you
how do I know
put
that
a
is?
celebrity's name on your forehead and everyone, you have to ask 20 questions and guess who the
Oh, yeah.
celebrity is? When my cousin was small, he was kind of into religion, and he he was an altar boy.
Christ.
And he put one of his suggestions. We all wrote a suggestion and put it in the thing, and his suggestion was Archbishop Dermot Martin
Oh my God.
as a celebrity.
That's so funny. I met him when I was serving.
You met Dermot Martin?
Were
you an altar boy?
Yes, I was, yeah. One of the best there was. I actually served on Sunday Mass, on the Mass that they did on Sundays.
You are serving Sunday Mass
me and my
right
brother.
now.
They said
When
that
else would you serve?
the parish priest used to say, served all the time.
Yeah, but what are you talking about? I actually did Sunday. It was like, Mass is on Sunday.
No, I did the RTE Sunday Mass. I was on the telly. I was on the telly,
Even
me and my
that
brother.
Catholic Mass they put on TV just has such Protestant vibes for me.
No,
Too big?
It's very Catholic.
I don't know. It's
We
just so-
Catholiced it up. We made it uber Catholic. We got the best white robes, all this kind of stuff. And the parish priest, he used to say to me and Niels, my brother, Father Mangan, he used to tap our hands and he'd say, listen, when you're Pope, you look after me. You look after me when you're Pope. And I was like, man, I'm going straight to the top. This guy has pegged me for the top position.
Pegged you?
He pegged
Oh my God.
Nothing untoward happened. Nothing untoward that I can remember happened. And
Also, why is he doing this fucking nepotism deal with all the kids? Like,
Well,
being like,
I'd say
"You
he's
look after
buying
me, right?"
into everyone who
indulgences.
says,
Yeah, he is.
This is where
You
you
look
got
after me. You'll make it all
Protestants
go away,
from.
right?
Or
You'll make the hard drive go away.
maybe he saw some sort of angelic kind of religious youth who was maybe some sort of, I don't know, the next coming of Jesus or something like that. Like, who knows? Does the voice of God speak through this child that I'm talking to because he's saying such profound things?
Certainly his eyes do. The eyes of God peer through with it. What would your Pope name be?
That is really, that's tough.
What
Maybe
was the
just
one you wanted
choose
for your confirmation?
Excalibur.
Pope Excalibur the
What did you want
First?
for your confirmation? You wanted a fun name?
No,
that was
I
you,
wanted
Tony.
Wolfius.
that was, yeah,
Wolfius.
Saint
yeah.
Wolfius.
I think, well, no, I famously almost got called Maria because my
that's
granny
it.
couldn't speak.
Margaret.
Yeah, Margaret. Yeah.
Weird, you got your own granny's name wrong.
Well, no, sorry,
Sounds like-
my
sounds like
dad's
you
middle
made up
name
the
is
story.
Maria. That's
Sounds
why
like
I
you
always
made up
think
the
of that. My dad's middle name is Maria.
I
go for
think
John
I would
Paul.
like to
I want to
go-
be JP3. John Paul 3.
Does it not seem kind of handy to go be a priest? Like, I feel like they'd let you, right? They'd be like, sure.
Yeah, they need
If
them.
you were like signing up, they were like, right, 35, 36, that's really young.
Yeah.
By priest standards, they take you in. You don't have to like work. You know what I mean?
Fashion baby.
You just have to do like, you which?
Work. Fashion baby.
Work, fashion, maybe.
Um,
You don't have to like do work. I think it seems like kind of like, that seems all right.
I hope there's like a week-long interview process where just all you're doing is you go in and you're speaking to the bishop or whatever, and the bishop's like, why? And you give your answer and he just goes, no, come on, man, why? And that goes on
I had
for
a
one
vocation.
whole week being
This
like,
is shite, like.
look, there's no more questions. Just come on, man. Just why are you doing this? Why do you want in this game? You know, why?
I don't want to work.
Yeah, no, yeah. And you should be hooked up to like a lie detector test, you know, and you'd be like, do you want, you know, what do you think about the kids? You know, I mean, like what, you know.
I want to hear other people's drama. I love gossip.
I love drama.
I love gossip.
I hate drama, so I love to absolve it. So I hate drama.
I actually kind of like the confession bit. I obviously only done it when I had to do it for school, but like I'm kind of that seems like a fun process or practice.
Is there a way we could bring that into the podcast?
Yeah, but you'd need to be. I don't want to tell you the things that the disgusting sort of things I've
well,
done.
no, the listeners can give
like
us some of their confessions, anonymous confessions. We'll put some sort of thing, and we'll hear the confession.
We'll get into
that's already a
Japanese
thing, isn't it?
knot-tying.
That's already a thing.
That's already a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's already a thing. There's a Radio 2 program with Simon Mayle called Confessions.
Fesshole.
Oh, Fesshole as
The guy
well.
on Twitter does that.
Yeah.
I just there is something good about like that you decide energetically that you're now absolved of that thing you might feel a bit weird about. There's something good about that. Now,
Oh,
I know
there really
I know
is.
they used it to leverage their power and all that stuff.
Salvation
As in
by Faith
own-
Alone, of course, coming in from what's his name?
Martin Luther.
Martin Luther. Yeah.
See, the Protestants are always right, actually.
Fucking right, I know.
But they got so naff.
Yeah.
Like that was badass. Martin Luther. He's like, I'm putting up my thesis on this. On the church of Wittenberg. I'm nailing it up, right?
Class.
Then you got Calvin, and he's kind of like, it's
made
actually
it-
preordained, so you're going to
hell and you're going to not. So, but John Calvin, I'm like, John, John, why would you? Why would you live a life of virtue then if you might go to hell anyway? Would you not go around fucking lot of birds, man?
That's what they do. That's why they're such heathens.
No, because he was still like, so be good. I was like, what? Makes no sense, John.
Yeah.
But the Protestants got so naff and so lame.
John.
And their
John,
songs
man.
are so boring. Like their songs are so like, there's no drama. I said,
Yeah.
in the
all
Protestants.
kinds of everything. Shut up.
They sing down.
Oh wait, that's the wrong one.
Eurovision winner.
Oh my god, I did the other one. No, what's that other one?
I don't know.
All things bright and beautiful.
Those bloody Protties. They can't get enough of the damn.
No, I meant.
You know what they
all
do?
things
What's
bright
another
and
year for someone who's lost everything they own?
Oh, it's so annoying when I do the stupid thing.
Protty bangers.
I like.
95.
I got my lipstick on, here I go. Da, 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 da.
I like when.
Remember the donations for the church roof will be in.
Never seen rock and roll anymore.
This is terrible. It's so fun when the stupid thing is you guys, not me.
Yeah, it's hard.
I so rarely make mistakes of any kind, and there you go. All
Ah,
kinds
there
of
you go.
everything. All things bright and beautiful is what I meant.
Sure.
Okay.
That's what you meant. Yeah, you won't be winning the Eurovision with that one. Well, anyway.
Oh, that was
Oh,
fun. Look,
that
thanks
was
very
all
much
fun.
for listening to this podcast. We love you so much. Whatever your creed,
All kinds of everything are welcome here on the podcast. And we appreciate
And
you guys.
Indeed, all things bright and beautiful. All creatures, great and small. Welcome in the Young Hot Guys listenership or viewership if you watch on YouTube.
Thank you. And subscribe to the bonus podcast
If you
once a
want.
week, if you feel like it.
Please, and we love you dearly. And go see Shane. He's in Edinburgh right now. And then hopefully you're coming to see us very soon. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
They're attractive. I'm very attractive.
Hot and loud.
And a little bit sad.
He was the best guy around.
Oh my, is it hot in here or what?
You're an attractive guy.
It's the fabulous Tony Cantwell.
I'm talking about Shane Daniel Byrne.